Come on, man. You know the Friends theme music where they're all dancing around the fountain. Chandler, Monica, Josh, Rebecca. You know the Big Bang Theory theme song that's basically just a bare naked ladies song but made for TV. And I know you know that one, dude, where the main character raps the theme song. The guy who slapped Chris Rock. All we're doing today, dude, is exploring how awesome TV show intros are, how some were made for the TV show, some were made already and used for the TV show, and some where the lead role of the show made a song for the show and is performing the song. Is that what a triple threat is? Singing, acting, and sing acting? I'm going to be covering just a few shows today. I know there's so many shows to cover, but I'm just one guy and I've got karate at 4. So we'll start with the intros where the main character sings you the intro track. As if being the lead character wasn't awesome enough, dude. You wrote your own song and you performed it. Now these musactors, patent pending, they wrote their own song or performed their own song or something in between. Now I think it's safe to say that Will Smith is kind of the North Star of people that performed their own theme song. He and Jazzy Jeff producing it, wrote it together for the show. And the intro is fucking genius, dude. Like, he raps you the entire backstory of the show. So a new viewer can come into the show at any episode at any point, give or take, and know exactly what was going on. In West Philadelphia, raised and born. The production of this song actually rips, man. Like, as much as it's like this quirky, fun storytelling rap, there's this weird, like, mysterious crime drama noir type vibe that comes in right after the first initial lines. I've never really noticed it before, but like there's these subtle string shots and it just makes it feel like a completely different show for a second. Like Carlton isn't going to be dancing to Tom Jones, which would just be a nightmare. And when the next verse comes in, those strings cut out. Will Smith brings back those iconic, quirky rap verses that several dozens of white boys would be inspired to cover on acoustic guitar at an open mic. Kelsey Grammer performed Toss Salad and Scrambled Eggs for Frasier. I guess the title of the song was to portray the mixed up life that he has and the interesting callers that call into his radio show in the show. Nothing says my life is crazy like chopped up romaine. Nothing says my life is like 2 scrambled eggs. And the most Frasier thing I can think of is picking a smooth jazz song to be your intro track. The song itself is a bang show, man. It's got these upright bass grooves, these slick keys, and this marimba or like vibraphone thing in the background that's so nice. It kind of makes me forget that this song is called Toss Salad and Scrambled Eggs. That's So Raven has this really sick kind of pop R&B track that has a liberal use of auto-tune. This song is so sick, dude, and very on the nose. She's basically just describing the plot of the show to you through song. That's my favorite kind of intro track, man, is like to avoid all confusion. They were like,
what if you just fucking sang the plot of the show?
There's these arpeggiated synths kind of sparkling around the track as it goes with some very 2000s R&B drums. And the guy who plays Eddie has this rap verse in it that is kind of like pretty good. It's kind of above and beyond what you would normally hear in terms of rap verses in intro songs. I feel like I could do an entire video on intro tracks for Disney alone. Family Guy has such an iconic intro track, man, mainly because it's so well done. And it really didn't even need to be that massive of a production. Like, some guy could have farted into a mic and the show could have still been successful. And the guy who composed it was named Walter Murphy, who also composed A Fifth of Beethoven, which was a huge song in the 70s and makes sense why the Family Guy intro sounds like it does. Also, look that song up if you get the chance. It's iconic. Having the main cast, mainly Peter and Lois, do this like big band jazz pop kind of thing is so crazy for the intro of this track. It's got these big horn sections and these like interesting piano parts. Like, it's such an extravagant song and completely lines up with how smart, stupid, and silly this whole show is. Some honorable mentions here that I didn't really have time to go into. We got New Girl, iCarly, Hannah Montana, and the iconic Brady Bunch. So these are songs that were written for these shows. And let's start with the Holy Grail, Friends. I'll Be There For You, a song about love, life, and fucking who cares, dude? What about those 4 claps that happen? The claps are the best lyric in the whole song. I figured this was a song that was already written and then the producers picked it for the show. But the producers of Friends wrote this song. David Crane and Marta Kaufman both had a hand in writing this song. It just seems insane that they created this, one of the biggest shows of all time, but then also had a hand in making this massive song as well. Slow down, guys. Did you guys write the claps? Who wrote the claps? I just want to know who wrote the claps. The song itself, though, was performed by the Remembrance, a duo that was signed to the Warner Music Bros. Label at the time of the show. And this song and the band weren't their first choices for this at all. They wanted to use an REM song, but REM turned it down. Hindsight's a real kick in the pants, dude. Even the Remembrance didn't even want to perform the song, but since they were contractually obligated because they were on the Warner Music Bros. Label and the show was from Warner Brothers, they just had to do it. And they were the only band that was available. Oh man, you guys don't want to perform the intro track for one of the biggest shows of all time?
Oh, okay.
Did you know that SpongeBob came out in 1999? Fucking pardon? The call and response in Spongebob Squarepants that's sung by Painty the pirate that's a painting, is so good, man. Aye, aye, Captain. And then he tells you we can't even hear you, so you scream it even louder in your basement, causing your mom to rue the day that show was ever created and ran for 16 seasons. The song itself is so great, man. It's like this polka-esque folk jam, and the fact that it's a sing-along where someone explains the show to you and you scream back the title of the show every 4 seconds is S-tier intro track, man. That'd be like if Gunther from Friends was explaining the plot of Friends to you, and every now and then you just screamed Friends at him. I also found out that Avril Lavigne and CeeLo Green did covers of this song, and there's no worse idea than CeeLo Green covering the song. And it's not all bad, it's okay. It's kind of like if Forget You by CeeLo Green was recorded in a pineapple under the sea. The Big Bang Theory theme is the most bare naked ladies thing I can think of. The fact that someone asked them to write for this show and they made it more bare naked ladies than anything that's came before is so bare naked ladies. The quirky tongue-in-cheek attitude of BNL songs is right on the surface for this track. And I'm so happy this show did so well because it means that the most celebrated alt-rock band of the mid-90s is just still crushing it, dude. Good for them. They also sum up the entire history of the entire universe in like 21 seconds in this intro track, so that's pretty, yeah, so, you know? Yeah, they did it. The producers of Big Bang Theory asked them to write a song for the intro after they saw them live, and they did a freestyle rap of the history of the entire universe, which is, again, the most bare naked ladies thing ever. This song wasn't on any of their albums, but the show was so successful it ended up on their greatest hits. Some honorable mentions here: Cheers, Kimmy Schmidt, Arrested Development, Scooby-Doo, and Golden Girls. So these are songs that were already written, and producers or whoever of the shows chose those songs to be the intro tracks for the show. So California by Phantom Planet, the intro track for the OC, that's just one of those songs that just kind of transports you to the beach. Even if you're already at the beach, you somehow get even closer to the beach. This like relaxed indie rock popish feel that kind of opens up with the guy just like California. It's just such a good song for the OC. And also the song being called California, where the show is, that doesn't hurt either, man. The song was a track off the band's second album that came out in around 2002. A year before the show came out, the song was charting at around 35 on the Billboard 100, and upon release of the OC, the song shot up to number 9 in the UK, the top 10 in several countries, and is still one of the band's biggest songs to date. For a show that was made in the late 90s and early 2000s, that 70s show intro track completely transports you into that era. Released in 1972 and originally performed by the band Big Star, their song In the Street was chosen to be the theme song of that 70s show. The original version of the song wasn't actually used in the show. The singer of Big Star re-recorded it and did an alternate version for the intro. That version of the song was only used for one season, and from seasons 2 to seasons 8, Cheap Trick re-recorded the song, and that's probably the version that you've heard before. There's something strange about TV intros where I know there's a full song here. There's probably like a 3 or 4 minute version of this whole song, but because it's in this TV show, I only know some of one verse and the hook, and that's it. I don't want to know anymore. This show has this way of portraying this awkward, unsettled nature of being a early teen, and this song absolutely fits in with the tone of this show. Boss of Me, the intro track for Malcom In The Middle, was by the band They Might Be Giants in 1999. It's like this ska punk song that was released on their album Long Tall Weekend. I don't think the song charted when it came out, but a few years into the show, it was actually 21 on the charts in the UK. And this song is a big deal, dude. Like, it's like a ska punk song that won a Grammy for Best Song in a Motion Picture, and it was on a hit show. That's a huge win for the ska punk genre. And the original hook for this song was Who's Gonna Guess the Dead Guy in the Envelope, which is also so catchy, dude. But like, Good call, changing the hook. Some honorable mentions here, Community Intro, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, How I Met Your Mother. So what shows did I miss, man? What's that? All of them? Oh, I mean, there's so many shows that could be on this list. I could go on forever, but again, I have karate. So what are some of your favorite songs, your favorite intro songs, your favorite character that sang the song, your favorite sangster? I don't know. Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. If you feel like subscribing, feel free, and thanks for watching.